Spaz, you here?
Ugh.
And I just split my recordings, so I did that one. I just shut it off, and I'm starting another one for the
I'm
banking
here.
stuff. So it's segregated.
I've been recording the whole
Except
time
for
to go
everybody
sell it to
equal.
Envious.
Right?
They wouldn't want it.
Probably not.
They'd be like,
Okay,
Equinox
starting a separate equal
who?
recording.
Yeah, I know. Any guild would be like, who?
Who?
Oh, don't worry. They'll know us soon enough.
Oh yeah, they're the guys
Well,
that
I
have
actually feel like
the
we're pretty well known.
they got the tab sheet with all their gold on it.
You know, I feel like we're pretty well known. To be honest, like a lot of bigger guilds, like Overlord, Black Sails, their GMs started in Equinox. And then like we used to have a alliance with Ember. You know, like Stormborn knew about us before they disbanded. Like we've outlived a couple big guilds, Ember, Stormborn, Ethereum at this point. So we've been around for a while. Spaz, you there?
I said yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you follow the categories?
I specifically unfollowed them because you asked us to follow them.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Okay, I was just
Attaboy.
double checking. So at this point, we're just waiting on Andromedas, and then so if I reach out to Andromedas in a little bit, and then delete the tickets after he affirms it.
Okay.
Okay. Banker stuff. No. Right here. Spaz, Zephyrin, Myth, do you have the form link?
I do. Or you wanted me to mess with it too?
So yeah, so just save that form link, and then let me. Roger, do I delete the rows or the text? I think the rows, right?
The text.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the text will break it. Or no, it won't break it, but the next
It doesn't
transaction
matter.
would be put in here.
It doesn't matter because I moved everything.
Okay, I'm pretty sure if I delete the text, then the next transaction would still show up on 27, so I'm just going to delete the rows.
Okay.
Okay, did this break anything? I broke it. Oh,
No, because there's
Oh no, removed them because there's nothing in the.
okay.
right.
So, yeah.
Y'all
I see.
broke it.
Okay, so now the three of you just put in miscellaneous vault transactions. And Winter, if you're following along,
Winter was gone, wasn't he?
don't Winter, don't do this. I don't know when you're watching this.
Winter
the
has
recording.
left the Discording. Yeah.
Yes,
Winter's
he's recording
gone.
if he's watching this. Winter, do not do this. We're deleting this stuff after. I'm talking to the recording, guys.
Oh, okay.
I sent one in.
I'm not crazy.
So
You
where's
sent one
rows
in?
2, 3, and 4? Oh, there they are.
Oh, invisible.
You have to scroll up, Caliber.
And for some reason, even if I set the text to black and center all the text, it new transactions always appear like this. Okay, Myth is negative a million.
They'll work it off in a week.
Oh my god.
Keep it on there.
Negative 1 million.
Give them something to do.
Hold on. Maybe I can break this real quick.
I mean, that's already
Try
broken.
to break it. Yeah, you guys can put in transactions for other people, like people other than yourself, as well.
Oh. You have to put in a valid a number letter. Good.
Yeah, no, I put validation in. It's not my first rodeo.
Yeah, it's accepting negative deposits.
Oh no. Oh,
Oh yeah,
God.
that. Yeah, don't let them do that.
I mean, we should already know not to do that.
Okay. You think,
So-
right.
So, all right,
Um,
I got a question on this. Is that form public?
no.
Okay. If that form is only accessible by certain people, then that's fine.
Even if other people got the link, they wouldn't be able to use it because responders are limited to these 4.
Okay.
Nice.
Leaked emails.
So if I set it greater than 0, I think it lets it be what's the math term, an integer rather than a whole
It
number.
shouldn't be greater than or equal to 0 because we have to put it 0 in the field so that we're not entering anything.
I was gonna say it should stay a whole number, right? Because it's being split
Well,
into
if
3
I do a whole
separate
number, it
numbers.
lets you do negatives. I
Well,
can't,
I mean,
for some reason,
Yeah, whole
add
number is
multiple
just no
validations
fractions.
here. I can't
I
have
mean,
multiple validations. Let's
Well,
try this.
if
Greater
you've
than,
got only 4 people that can enter stuff in there, surely the 4 people can figure out never enter a negative. You choose deposit or withdrawal, and
yeah,
the
accidents
amount you're.
happen. Okay,
So
Yeah.
you
try
can
to put in a
also
decimal.
set it up so that it doesn't it will like it reads the negative number, but it always spits out a positive number. You can do that with
Absolute
sheets.
values.
Okay.
Okay, so try to put in a decimal real quick.
oh, fucking decimals.
If it
Gonna
lets you
give
put a
him a heart
decimal,
attack.
then we'll have to have Brunter set up an absolute value.
Decimals are not a valid number.
Let's go. Okay, it
But
works.
it
then.
accepts it for gold. Silver and copper, it says it's not valid, but gold
Oh yeah,
says
gold
Oh,
is valid.
we'll submit it for gold then. Let's see it. Okay, yep, Brunter, we need an absolute value on these. So even if a negative is input, like for deposits, it needs to absolute value to positive.
so what about though if it's the withdrawal goes negative? Well, the absolute value messed that up.
withdrawals are already
stop people from
calculated.
withdrawing more than
It's
they
already
actually are.
calculated. It's already set to set it to a negative.
Okay.
By the way,
Right,
So
but
I
do we have
ask-
something that prevents us from withdrawing more than actually exists?
Well, that's it. We wouldn't be able to in theory because if we only have X amount of money on our character, we shouldn't be able to draw more out. But it would show there's a discrepancy if we actually have more than that in the bank.
Right, but
That
I would
something
probably
was
have
tracked
my
wrong.
own gold on me too.
Yeah, you'd be pulling from your personal gold at that point.
Hang on. Do y'all have a way to show?
Alts.
No, y'all got the alts taken care of, but to show who you gave the gold to when you're making a
Yes.
withdrawal.
Yes, we do.
Okay, I did
Oh,
not see it on that.
Well,
no.
That's just within withdrawal. Yeah, it's when someone requests to withdraw gold. That's all it is. It's just a
Yeah, and then you
withdrawal
confirm that
request.
you confirm that ticket, and then you can go back and look through the confirmed ticket to see who's
So,
most recent withdrawal.
well, so the gold deposits are done through the vault, but there's no interface to withdraw from the vault. So just do it within the withdrawal thread in Discord. Like whenever you take a picture for the withdrawal, you like put the reasoning for the.
So,
For
okay,
it.
so whoever gives up the gold, though, has to go to this thing and put in the withdrawal that they're giving up the gold, right?
Yes.
Why not just
Yeah,
have
the
a field
form.
right there to put the name of the person it goes to?
That's adding a lot of names unless you do a description.
There's
No,
not
just
And then
just
there's
add
no way
a
to save that.
just add an open field, and then you've got something to sort by later, if you want to see a trend.
I'm just gonna point out that was on the original one.
I
Do
mean,
the
I'm
tickets
not saying
generate
put
a
everybody in a
negative?
drop down. I'm just saying leaving an open text field for them to top in. If they're giving it to Spaz, top in
Yeah, I mean,
Spaz.
I didn't think it was needed really.
I-
Like, if we want to see
It
who's
Oh,
donating,
if we have to go and look and
We'll
see who's
have a
getting a lot
log.
of stuff, it will be the log. Otherwise, you have to go through every single entry in the whatever and go through all those screenshots or whatever it is we're supposed to be posting in the withdrawal
You
field.
can sort the channel in like claimed or closed tickets. You should be able to just in the search function at the top search the correct ticket type.
it also adds another layer of accountability.
Well, the tickets generate a number, right? When we're making deposits, withdrawals,
don't-
can we reference a
I
ticket
don't know what
number?
the tickets have anything to do with.
Well, the
This.
tickets, if someone withdraws gold, it's in closed tickets. There should be a log somewhere of closed tickets.
What if they delete the tickets? Caliber has a habit of deleting things. No offense, Caliber, but you know it's true.
No, it's true.
He does.
And then that would also be something we would post in withdrawals, anyways. With people taking out gold.
Okay, where's an easy interface log where if we wanted to see, for example, if y'all wanted to see how much I got for animal husbandry and that I've spent, what's the easy way to go and look at a glance? This is how much she got. She got 10 gold here, 10 gold there, 10 gold here, 20 gold there. Okay.
Go to Bank of Equinox withdrawal channel and search Lady Deb.
Okay. Bank of Equinox withdrawal
You go to-
channel.
So you'd have to search in through the functions and
So we're having to touch it twice. Or whoever's
mean-
given the money, because whoever gave me the money has got to post here, and then they've got to post in this spreadsheet right here.
so I'm gonna so that goes the same with donations. We're touching multiple things to add just layers of logs. Having multiple types of logs is better than having one, for if there is a discrepancy, it allows us to look at if one has a discrepancy and the other doesn't, it means something went wrong.
Okay, then
If they both match, it's fine.
can we do a walkthrough then
Of
Of what?
of the process? Let's do a walkthrough. So how do if I need
Okay,
gold?
well, sorry, real quick before we do that, I just want to. I was wanting to fix this first. We can do a dry
technically
run.
can't because
A dry run, yes.
we can't do anything in game.
Okay, so we'll simulate the in-game stuff, but okay, how did I set it up? So I put it back to whole number. So real quick, Zephyr, put in a ticket or put in a gold transaction and do withdrawal negative number. Do it on do it on Zephyr 1.
Oh, let me.
Okay, so Zephyr 1 withdrawal and do -5 gold or so. I want to see if it adds.
Did
It does. Okay. So two things, Brother. If we put in a -5 towards withdrawing, it adds 5 to the gold per character. Similarly with
mhm.
deposits, if we do negative, it subtracts. So we just need absolute values implemented. So I don't know. That seems easy enough. Is there even
I can just create a number format to where negatives aren't
Yeah.
valid.
on the sheet?
Negatives don't exist. Negatives don't exist.
On the sheet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put
Yeah,
in
so we
our
just need to
ticket.
set that up. But other than that, I think it's working properly, except for the total gold and the absolute values. And then yeah, we'll do a dry run. Okay. So
Look, you have a ticket in there right now.
Hang on,
okay, we'll follow Spaz's ticket since he put something in there. So Spaz is requesting gold. You didn't fill it out properly, Spaz.
Oh, do you want me to do the numbers?
Yes, it does. I love it.
So this is what we would do.
Oh, hang on. I see. I didn't do that either. Okay. Fill out the form correctly. What goods are you requesting?
And we can edit what exactly it says, but
Yeah.
so gold quality, the highest quantity, 100. Okay, intended use. Okay, and then if they wanted like
Oh.
intended use, so like if they were requesting an item and they said intended use PvP, and then provide any additional information, unlucky PvP, kept dying, lost item, etc. So at this point, the bank manager would go and claim the ticket.
Okay, so hang on. So I go. And I claim the ticket.
Okay.
Alright.
And this just means that it's now your responsibility to finish out and close the ticket. So you can, from at this point, you can do one of three things. You can deny it and give a reason for that. You can write this stuff down, by the way. You can deny it and give a reason. Testing caliber's patient is not a valid.
Oh, yes, it is.
100 gold is more than we can handle at the moment, or we're saving it for freeholds, etc. Give a reason for denying. You can put it on hold for probably one of two reasons that I can think of. One, if we're waiting on a funnel for a funnel to craft or process goods, then we would put it on hold while we're waiting for that process. Or two, we put it on hold because we lack the gathered resources. In which case, what we would do, Deb, is put it on the task board to do that, to get those resources.
Okay, so
I still need to work out who is able to
where's the
post on the task board.
Okay, so the
It's in
task board.
Artisan Hub.
Yeah, because I
So I
am
need to
not
work out
allowed to
who's able
post
to
it.
post
Yeah, I can't.
and what the format will be. But
So
that's the general idea.
I think if you're doing a dry run, the dry run that was asked for was an approved dry run to know where everything's being posted
Yeah, I'm just
and
going through all of it,
Yeah.
But so those are the reasons you would put it on hold, and then you can approve it. So approving it in the case of gold is pretty simple. You just say approved, and then you would add one of the bankers. So you would click approved, and then you would look at the.
Where is this approved button?
There
you
isn't
just
one. You just say
tell
it.
them it's approved.
Like those are just like the statuses of a ticket. Officially, there's claim, close, delete for a ticket, but like within the guild, we can approve, deny, or put on hold. Is what I'm saying. So what you would do, Deb, if you're before you approve it, you would reference the vault, see what the total gold is,
Mm-hmm.
and if we can swing whatever they're asking. If you do approve it, you would just say approved, and you would see who has gold, and you would choose one of them and say, and then like whichever one had 100 gold, you would add them into the ticket. And Sephirin give 100 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, you can approve partial requests too. So if they ask for 100, you can approve 10 if you negotiate with them.
Can't do broke.
Yeah, well, if that actually appeared, if he said that can't, then we would have a problem. Because if the vault is saying he has 100, but he doesn't have 100,
Right.
something is wrong. Primarily, probably Zephyrin stealing.
Yeah. I'm not embezzling any money. What are you
Hey,
talking about?
That type of shit crumbles guilds, man. It's not even funny to joke about.
Okay, so then go to like gold per character. There we go. All right, so like right now, where's your money? Thought you had money.
How trustworthy is everyone here?
Okay,
Lady
so
already is interested in a lot of gold. It's a little scary.
Oh shoot! Tell you what, that 30 gold that Hakuno gave me, it goes fast. It doesn't go as fast when you're doing the novice. You hit apprentice though, that's 2 gold a pop,
You know,
and you're running 2 at a
Um,
time plus a 50-cent silver one. It gets there.
so so Deb, if in this, so assuming Sephron didn't type that, right? You
Right.
got him to give the 100 gold, and then we could even do it to where, um, so let me know if you guys want to do this. At this point, Sephron could claim the ticket.
Would it let me?
Do we want to?
Yeah,
Yes.
you should be able
Do
to go
we-
ahead and claim it. Yes.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah. So that's kind of an
Okay.
indication that he's seen it.
Yoink.
There,
Yeah,
so he's
we'll do
seen it,
that way.
right?
So, yeah,
That's good.
that's confirmation.
And then
So at this point, it is now Sephron's
me.
responsibility to finish and close the ticket.
So
Okay, so now what Sephron would do would be to coordinate a time to deliver the gold. to Spaz.
me behind the shed.
Yeah. So he would coordinate a time.
Oh.
He would check, and there's no way for him to check his gold per character. So he would just have to keep track of how much gold each of his characters has on his own. So, but he would get on, or we could.
Wait a minute. This is supposed
mm,
to this is supposed to track and tell him where the money's at.
He doesn't
So-
have access to seeing the total money.
So, is there a way to give each one of the bankers access but only see the amount of gold they have across their characters?
Yes. Functionally,
How?
yes.
Well,
Functionally,
if
yeah.
you do
I
like 4 different
think-
sheets,
Yeah.
No.
But it is
Well-
because I would have to log on to truly be like, yes, I
so
have that.
here's what
No,
we'll do.
because if I'm
So-
looking up here to see if we have it, I already know which tune it's on, and I
But-
can tell you which tune has it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, Deb will say, instead of saying give 100 gold, she would say give 100 gold
So-
from Sephron 1.
Hang on.
Yeah, so that's what Deb
Is
would have
she
to,
a-
she would have to tell you.
Can she assign it to an online banker? That way she approves it. She
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
who has
She
the
would-
gold.
she would
She
assign
says,
it.
"Hey,
And-
miss, go get this."
See, that's what I would do
Yeah.
right there. Can you please disperse from Sephron 1?
See, I'm so like I know you can check it. I'm so a person that'd be like, let me check the tune because
Right.
that's how I am.
And then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what you would
Well,
need to
so-
do. You would need to go get on it, and then if you don't have that much, then we've got to go visiting the logs and figure out why.
So this is a good way of doing it though, because she can tell you which character to do it from. So it's a way of balancing out the gold on each character as well. So if one character doesn't have too much gold.
If a banker wants to just transfer the gold from one character to another, we need an intermediate party for that. So we'd
Well,
still open up a ticket,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
It would pretty much
Um,
probably be us transferring money from one banker to another. So like me to
Basically,
you,
yeah.
Spaz, and then back to me if I'm moving it from one of my characters to another.
Yeah. But we just want to keep the transaction
mean,
like still.
Then
But-
you would need to do
documented.
a withdrawal and a deposit. A withdrawal from
Yeah.
Sephron 1 and a deposit
yeah.
into Sephron 2, and the amounts
Yeah,
need to
you have
match.
to do that.
Well,
We
yeah.
just open one ticket for that though, right?
I mean,
You don't need to do a ticket for that.
Just
Don't
make
let
sure
me-
you log
You're
it.
not you're not
Just logging
requesting
in.
anything.
That's fair. So just log it.
Just make sure you log it.
Yeah.
So I really
Uh,
think that on
Specifically
your
log it in the vault form.
Yeah.
see that would be another reason to have that field, that open text field, for you to either put who you gave it to or transfer in tunes.
And all of this will become
mean, we
much super
can.
easier once we get guilds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Um,
get super easy once
Okay,
we
but
get
so
that.
following the ticket, so you would say, can you disperse 100 gold from Saffron 1? He would claim the ticket, set up a time to meet to disperse the gold, and then and then in the process take a picture of the trade screen, and then once that's done, submit the transaction ticket or transaction form, and then that's the whole process. After that,
Who's responsible for the trade screen? The sender or the
the
receiver?
banker.
the banker.
Okay.
It's easier to manage 4 bankers than a million senders or a million
Yeah.
receivers.
Fair.
But after you catalog the transaction, you would close the ticket.
Close me.
So Saffron closed the ticket. No, Spaz, you wouldn't close the ticket as the
Yeah, no,
person
that's what I'm
who.
saying. Close me.
Yeah.
Close
The
me.
banker closes the ticket
Yep.
unless
Well,
the
whoever
unless the person
finishes off the ticket.
okay, or unless the person who opens it decides it's not necessary anymore, right?
No, the person that opens
'Cause-
it, I don't even know if they can close their own tickets.
No, you
Spaz, can you
can't.
close that?
Well,
It's
I'm a
telling me I have
banker.
to wait 48 seconds.
I'm a banker, so I
Wow.
don't think like we'd have to have
I'm
someone who's not
wondering,
a banker.
is there an amount of time that you have to wait before closing a ticket between the last
Maybe.
message?
I've
No.
never noticed that.
Unless you have to wait so long after. Oh, because you claimed
It
it
could be
after I
because
had it.
I was gonna say it also could be because I was added specifically.
Maybe
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I don't
We'll
know.
figure it out.
Never got issues. But yeah, so we can't really tell if Spaz is able to close it
No.
normally because he's also a banker. So it's hard to tell. But is anybody in here that Brunter,
I think
you there?
What?
Can you go to the Bank of Equinox channel and submit a ticket?
Yes. Let's see. Bank of
And
Equinox.
then once you submit the ticket, attempt to close the ticket.
or if there's even an option.
Okay, you've created it. Now attempt to close it.
Ah. Close. Are you sure you want to close the ticket? Confirm.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So
Oh, maybe it's like
either
if like
either way, we'll see who closes it.
Okay. These closed tickets are going to a place I don't have access to.
Okay, do the thing.
Do what thing?
Follow the.
I've done the things. I have followed.
Did you do the right things?
I have followed every single category. And it says Lady W created a ticket has been moved to the no access category. And it is no
Share your
longer
screen.
listed. Share my screen? Okay. Yeah, because it's no longer listed under closed tickets. It's gone somewhere. Share my screen. Share your screen. Hang on. And I'm going to do screen 1. I think that's the screen. All right. Okay. Can you see that? I've got open tickets, I've got claim tickets, I've got closed tickets, but that ticket where it went, I don't know where it went.
It's still open. It's an open ticket. It's 384.
Then why won't it let me click here and it says no access?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Wait,
Very
are we
interesting.
talking about my ticket?
Oh, because you don't have access to it. The categories themselves don't give anybody access. The tickets are what let you see the categories.
Oh, where'd you hide this mess? Bank of X. I'm fixing to dump all this stuff. Hang on. Find stuff. There. Okay, so Bank of
Down.
Equinox.
There.
See. Okay, so
Wait, let me see it. Your ticket.
Now click
That
the
should-
ticket.
Created a ticket.
right. Well, I can
Click
click
the ticket
okay,
number
so
on
I can
there.
click the ticket.
No, on
okay.
the
Oh, I see what
yeah.
you're saying. Okay. Okay.
Because
so I
you're
need
trying
this-
to go to the category, not the ticket. But if you click the ticket number, it should pull you into.
Okay. Okay. So then, gold, NA, 10 in husbandry. So, we gave Saffron. Okay, let's go back to his. So we gave him what? Say we gave him 10 gold. We're logging this where? So we're going the
The vault.
bankers. So you're going to the vault, and you're
Mhm.
going to log off of Saffron 1 that you gave him 10 gold, right?
Do you actually want me to type it
Please,
in?
yeah, go ahead and do this. Walk with me
Well,
if you don't mind. I
well,
want to
I was
know.
meaning I don't know if Caliber wants anything in the sheet right now. That's why I'm asking specifically Caliber if he wants me to
Oh, the
input
warehouse?
another submission. No, the vault.
Can he go put this transaction in, and y'all are fixing to show me
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I can go research this mess?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, 10 gold on separate one.
Okay. So,
Well,
how am
see,
I?
I can't truly show you because we can't unless we take a fake screenshot of something.
Well, just type in their fake screenshot. Okay.
Okay.
So then you're gonna go and put something in. You're putting it in the withdrawals, right?
Mhm.
Okay. 10 gold, put in 10 gold, 2 spaz. Now, this is a screenshot. How am I supposed to search for a screenshot?
Pictures. Has link embedder file.
I personally do not want to have to go look at every single screenshot to figure out who that money went to. If I'm searching to do some research. Now, if we're just going, okay, this is here, did you post it? That's one thing. That's going from Discord to the spreadsheet. But if I'm coming from the spreadsheet and I'm trying to figure out where stuff went, or if we're trying to figure out a trend of where the money's going, how am I supposed to do that?
So then
Probably.
I'm gonna say I don't want to have to do that as a banker, but that is the option as a banker we have to do if something goes wrong. Is we have to just go look through all of the logs.
Probably the best
It's
way
the
to
same
do
thing.
it. Best way to do it is each screenshot has a text field on the top of it as well, saying 10 gold to this account from this account.
Well, yeah, would assume
And reference the
I'm
ticket
gonna
number.
put notes with mine, but
So everywhere we can, I think we should reference the ticket number.
our ticket's gonna end up being deleted.
I think it's deleted anyways.
If tickets get deleted, it won't.
There is a limit
100%
on how
matter.
many. Yeah, there is a limit on how many Discord channels you can have. So that limits the
And
amount of
it
tickets you can
lags
have.
it at some point.
Yeah.
Can we archive export them?
I
There is
mean,
a
I don't wanna do
website to
that,
export
but
Discord's sites, but
I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. So,
I guess what I'm trying to say is,
so
okay,
Dad,
so on the log, we're taking out money. We're not telling, we're telling you who we took it from, but we're not telling you where it went.
oh, I did the opposite. I should have done pull withdrew. But I did deposit not thinking on the
Right.
sheet, so
But
that's my stupid
so
input. But
I've got nothing on the vault to tell me where this money went. Okay. And I've got screenshots over here in Discord that I can't search unless someone does take the time to type it. So if you're going to type it, why not just type it in the spreadsheet so we can search in one spot? I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. That's my data entry person on me because I deal with spreadsheets all day. It's just like, if you want to post a
Rhonda,
screenshot here, then do all your
Yes.
data entry in the other spot and not have to do your data entry here. You just make sure you got the person's name, the screenshot of what you're doing. You post it there, but then you're doing all your data entry in the Excel form. Does that make sense?
I'm just very confused as to like what you're asking at this point. Like, there's been a lot of words.
Okay.
So you want
Okay.
notes?
Hold on.
You want a notes?
Let me
Will that
clear this up
suffice?
real quick. No. In that form, okay? Add 2 more questions. Okay, 1, name of donating or withdrawing person or character. 2, notes. Easy as that, I can adjust.
That would be
Is
nice.
that yeah.
still more for the bankers to do.
Well, you're gonna have to put it somewhere anyway. Why not just put it in one spot?
I get that. I'm already getting there's enough. Like there's a lot of them we're already doing as bankers. But it's just another thing.
I'll talk to Caliber a little bit later. But I may have a solution to kind of cut the middleman of the form out a bit. to where you guys can just drop that shit directly into Discord.
That would
so
be
issues
nice.
with the donator name, different people will use different names, and people can change their name in Discord. So if we're using it for a search function on the Vault, it won't work at some point. It won't always be accurate because
I
somebody
would
changes their name.
I would say just do a
I would go
notes
by the
and we
character name.
input. I would just say do notes, not even a name spot. So in the notes we put who's withdrawing by character name in game.
That just gets really confusing.
Do we want to do
I mean-
character name or Discord name? Because
I would
some
go
people
It
are
all
going to
can
have
change.
alts.
Yeah, alts, and then Discord names can change. It's just very confusing.
But alts are at least
Um,
consistent in game unless they delete the alt.
which is likely, I would say.
I mean-
I don't know. So, again, what's the purpose of this? Just be able
Accountability.
to see.
Accountability.
But there's already is. What type of what accountability are you looking
Who
for?
needs to be accountable?
So so you're saying that nobody will want to know who's getting all the gold at some point, where all the money went to.
That's what an audit's for. When
And that's, you gotta have your
Right.
audit trail.
Well, you're-
Yeah.
me,
You gotta know who it went to.
well, me and Caliber have talked a lot about this actually.
Okay.
So the solution isn't that we do a donator and then notes. It's that we do if transaction type is withdrawing or withdrawal, I'll send it to a notes. If it's deposit, we don't need to know who deposited.
Yeah, you do. You need to know who's giving you the stuff. It's just like the resources. You
that-
need to know
Wait,
who's
yeah, what do
donating
you-
the stuff.
What do you mean you don't need to know?
But
Yeah,
the-
Even in the
because
warehouse,
if
we
we're
don't.
charging them a tax every day, somebody needs to know who gave them.
That's what the collection house is for.
Yeah, that's what the collection hall.
It's
and
straight
the
up what it's
deposits are
for.
I don't think those should be separate. That's just confusing.
It's having two logs so you
It's
can
the same
if
data
there-
in multiple
if the-
locations.
If
It's
there's a
gotta get
problem
messed
in
up
one
somewhere.
data, if you have only one source of data and there's a problem in it, it's a lot harder to figure out what the problem is if you have one source. If you have two sources of data to go off of, you can find where that discrepancy is a lot easier if one's different than the other.
You just reversed what I said.
So
Mm,
we need the pictures in the threads because if
That-
if the warehouse is inaccurate, we need something to fall back on.
Right. So you've
People
got to
can-
know who
people
gave you
can put in
what.
information wrong.
So you do need to know who's donating or withdrawing.
we will.
So actually, here's
But
So
what you're
the
saying right now
warehouse
is you
gonna
want.
show who donated what?
no.
no.
All right, then what's gonna
Okay,
show
so-
who donated what?
Real quick, at this point, this is kind of how, like, the bank functionality is kind of outside my realm. Caliber, just shoot me with the notes of what needs to change.
Who? So the question is who? Where is it recorded? Who donates what?
Discord.
That was my question. Yeah, like, isn't there gonna be a whole nother sheet that shows like all the donations on a time basis, daily time,
Also,
whatever?
The problem with doing it on the sheet is that character names can change, Discord names can change, and all that. So if we're putting it on the sheet to serve any functionality purpose, it won't. Or eventually, it'll be inaccurate if we Control F, search for a name, or anything like that. So there's not much point to having it on the sheet to begin with. In terms of using the who's donating for reference to see who's contributing the most, I feel like that's just like a general feeling that we'll have. I don't think
Or
it's
paying their
necessary.
tax.
But
Tax
you're
is
not going to
Specifically
know.
is in collection
Okay.
hall.
So here's
So
the
you
thing.
guys are gonna, you're telling me once it gets up to like 100 active members, 200 active, whatever.
How are we going to tell who's paying their
you-
taxes? and who isn't?
Yeah, you guys are gonna somehow, like, how the hell are you gonna know who's
He just
been
set off
paying
of
their
a
taxes
feeling.
or worth? Yeah.
We can't.
And I also just wanted that too because like
Mm.
my question earlier at the beginning of the meeting or whatever was like, I'm gonna wanna I'll have more playing time maybe than an average person. So like I'll probably donate more gold more often, way past my taxes due. So
I-
like if someone tries to come after me, fucking 3 weeks seeing me not pay any tax, I'd be like, dude, go fuck yourself.
So
I've donated
here's
300
a
gold.
solution. Here's a solution that I have always come to, but people are very finicky with their names. So the solution to this is just being completely like
Well, I
non-serious
feel
about
that would
names.
be their problem, not our problem. Quit changing your name.
Yeah, well, so if we
Yeah.
want the sheet to be accurate and searchable with the names, and be able to record stuff over time, we need to have the names be static.
Then don't allow
It,
folks to
it,
change
in
their
my
name tags that
opinion,
goes through an officer.
and in my experience in the past in other games and guilds doing stuff like this, the other reason behind it too, when we get into like raiding and shit like that, or not even raiding, when crafters are just to the guild, it seems like they're kind of just boosting a handful of people gear. At least you can be like, well, here's a sheet. This is why they've fucking given us XYZ. What have you given us? Oh, let's scroll
Yeah.
down.
So
I-
You've given us fucking 20 copper and 10 gold.
I do
Like-
want to point out these are sheets made by 2 to like 3 people within like total, meaning input and not necessarily even all 3 people working on the sheet.
okay, so
It's only phase 2.
here's
Right,
what
Oh
which
we
is
do.
why
yeah. Hey,
we're
no,
asking
listen.
questions now.
I'm just yeah. Like I'm just like, you know, I'm just exposing what could be an issue. Pretty much is I'm bringing up what like I think is going to be an issue later on.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We will start. We'll make it so people can't change their names. We will be non-CH about the names. Is that sufficient? And then we'll add a donator name on the warehouse and vault.
Yeah, and I would say whether it's if it's alt or main, use their Discord name.
So I don't agree.
Yeah,
Their server name, the
their
one that
server
can't be
name.
changed.
Well, if they're not going to be able to
Well-
change their Discord name, then if you're Caliber and you're actually Excaliburn, so we just put in Caliber.
You can lock Discord like
No,
server
you
Discord
can
names, can't you?
change.
You
You
can,
can
yeah.
change. I can change Excalibur dot, but I can't change Caliber if I said it that way.
Yeah, he can't change his Discord name in Discord, or in the server, but he can change it globally.
Well, I'm kind of like Myth on that one. That's a you problem. If all of a sudden you're not getting credit for your stuff and you go and change your stuff and you don't tell nobody.
So you can lock the Discord so nobody can change their name in this Discord, but they can change their global Discord name, but we will only see their Discord name in here.
Correct.
If
have
you
it-
do that, you run into the problem of not everyone has their username in game as the same username in Discord as their username.
That
in
also
Discord.
happens as well too. Yes.
So are you going to make a submission a ticket submission request to have it where they can change their name in the Discord? Have an officer change their name?
That might work because then if they do a ticket submission, then we can then go in and change their name in all the spreadsheets because then that would be a lot more simpler. Sorry, I've been working.
Why would they need to change their name?
Because so it matches their in-game name. Because you want to.
If somebody wants to
I would
change their
say-
name,
I would say if you're gonna be Nazi about the names in the Discord, our names should be the same as our main in game.
Or at least
Also,
have it in
alternatively-
parentheses.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm.
Like have
Non-
like alt
I would-
names in parentheses or something.
I would just say the name, your main, not even in parentheses, because there's not a huge point to have your Discord username with your in-game name. Because people are gonna know you by your in-game name.
Right, and the reason I say don't use the alt names when you do that, because if you've got Nova, he's got Novocaine, he's got Novano, and with Novocaine he requests 10 gold, and with Novano he requests 10 gold, and you've got two different names. And so it's not two different people getting 10 gold, it's one person getting 20. So that's the
Okay,
reason I say
so
use the
here's
same
how-
thing for person and alts.
Yeah, I mean that's where people should. I mean I don't know. I my whole time playing games, I've always kept my alts close to what my main is. Like
Yeah.
I'll just spell it a little differently.
Some people are crazy.
So,
A
but
lot of
those
people
crazy
don't.
people that I don't know, maybe talk to the people that make alts that are completely different fucking names and be
Well,
like, hey, can you just, make it very simple to your
I-
main,
That's why I
like close to your.
stick to
That's
the
what-
Discord name.
That's the reason I say
technically make
just
my-
log everything by their Discord name, no matter what team they're on.
Yeah,
And
and
if they
just
ever
add a
wanna-
notice.
Yeah.
Can we put
like-
information in the ticket templates when they're creating them? Say, note your transactions will be tracked by your Discord name.
Discord name. Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of time to work on this and figure it out before it becomes an issue. I'm just voicing it now because I've
Wait.
experienced it in multiple guilds and multiple games in the past where you have those players that are like, well, they start complaining, feeling like they get left out.
Going back, put the note where? Put what note?
The request
Somebody said
submission.
no. Your
like,
transactions will be what?
recorded by your Discord name.
Where do we put that?
Like when someone's opening a ticket, I believe would be the
Yeah,
idea.
and the ticket template
Why does it? What does that
added
matter?
information. So they'll see it when they're
Uh,
creating a ticket.
Yeah, just so they know, if they were get asked, oh, went on this account, well, because okay, well, whose account is that? It's like, oh, it's blah 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 is their account thing, just so it's transparent as well.
Okay. So here's what we're doing. We're in the transactions. I'm going to have Brunter add a donator tab. And then we also have the notes.
Yeah, like a transactor tab because it could be donations or withdrawals.
Yeah.
Also, pretty much the notes will only serve a purpose in the withdrawals. So when we withdraw
Reason.
materials, we'll just put a note here.
I'd assume we'd just put the reason that we were given.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense for deposits
It's
too,
true.
right? Because then you
Yeah,
put in a note of donation or taxes.
Yeah, they already include it in the ticket. Might as well record it too.
I mean, wouldn't that just go the same for gold then? Just
Yeah, I'll add a place to do that in a second.
well, the hardest
Can-
part with that is that's all on Deb.
So my question is, can we? What all? I don't, because I can't. I haven't. Let me look and see. What are you doing? Where's your stream? I done lost your stream. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. So, can we have a donator or withdrawal column and then a notes column? Because you have the ability to set a little filter thingy where you can sort.
Yeah, we were just saying that. So it's like a transactor column, whether they're
a deposit or withdrawal, and then a column for the notes. It's 2 extra fields, yes, but you can sort alphabetically if you have a transactor or whatever, you can sort alphabetically and stick them all together if you need
Wait,
to.
what column?
Yep.
Wait, what columns do you want?
Like in front of the notes, in between I and J, insert a column.
Well, I'm going to leave it to Brenter. I don't want to mess anything up.
Oh, right.
What column?
Either a donor, recipient.
Okay, that was the plan. Well, what's
Okay.
the other one?
Yep.
The
And
notes.
we're going to put.
Oh, we want to keep the notes, so we want to keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can leave.
Okay.
We can use
Yeah.
the notes for the reason for the ticket. Just gonna put the reason in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes the reasoning could change. If 100 gold was requested, but 10 was approved, the reasoning could shrink in scale, for example. So just be on the lookout for that overall.
I would say I don't know if it would mess up for sorting the transactions. If you were to use the sort function, like the A to Z sort, it will make it where it's no longer sorted by date, and you cannot return it to that.
What do you mean?
At least just off the base down drop sort function of sort column, you can sort it by A to Z or Z to A. Sorting it like that will make it where it's no longer sorted by date, and we need it sorted by date.
Oh, we also need to know the date they donated it.
It's on there.
Where?
It's when we do a submission, it logs up the time we submitted the
Only
deposits.
for
That's
the
what's
form.
wrong.
Right, but if I am going through to see who donated for their week, how am I supposed to know this?
It's Discord time. I mean, I would
I
assume
mean,
we're
how
not
am I supposed to
posting
know
them in
this on this
batches.
spreadsheet? Because I'm not going to want to go through. How many people do
Okay,
we have? I'm not going to
so
want to have to go through 70
why-
people to see if they
so
made
he-
a donation this week.
But that's the. I mean,
So the donations are split between gold and materials.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Honestly, I mean, at this point, just use the collection hall. Like you can see the dates in the collection hall. Just reference those. Like you're looking at names anyways, so might as well just do it in the collection hall.
I guess we'll have to get into this. I'm going to have some suggestions. We'll have to get into this and see how it's all going to pull together when we're trying to track.
Like,
When
I
we
mean,
actually have stuff to play with.
We're
So-
not deviating from the thread system.
it's a thing of like, this will have to be done eventually. To look through things, there will be days like eventually to the point where we have to do an audit of our inventory,
I was
and
just
that
about,
will take a day. At least.
yeah, I was just about to say, kind of took it away, took the words right out of my mouth. But like I was gonna say, like maybe just once a month you gotta like take a day where you, or I don't know if it would take a day, but like whatever, you just spend some time on a day once a month or once a quarter and like go through and be like, is everyone up to date on everything they've donated? I mean, quarterly you're gonna have to
Yeah,
go through a
so
fuckload of information, but
it's very simple to audit actually. So the plan is to just get a visual confirmation of the each banker's character inventory, and then compare that with what it shows as here. And if it doesn't add up, then we have to go look at the deposits thread and collections thread.
Well, that part's easy. I'm talking about to figure out who's paid their taxes and who hasn't.
I know personally
hall.
to cover my ass, I got a notepad right in front of me. I'm gonna freaking write the date, what I donated and everything, and be
So-
like, motherfuckers, I got receipts.
Yeah.
Okay, so as for the collection, tax collection, if you're wanting to see who has donated it, the best place is going to be collection hall. There will be pictures of all the tax collections right here.
Okay, so at least we have that.
Because I mean,
So
the alternative would be to add a date onto the transactions, but even then you can't differentiate which one's a tax and which one's a donation. And there's going to be many more donations, so
Yeah, we'll just have to
I
get
don't see
into
the
it
point
and
in-
see.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Not everyone has access to that. What was that? What was that tab you were just under?
I don't know. I forgot where I was.
Yeah, see, I don't have that in my Discord. On my Discord, that's only for you
Really?
guys to see. Something like that, you would want it public, I think.
collection
Bank.
hall.
Hold on,
Collections
Bank
hall's
of
public.
Equinox.
It's public.
Is it?
It's in
Yeah.
Bank of
It's a thread
Equinox.
in the bank.
You gotta click the little blue collections hall button.
Wait, why don't I have it? Where?
So under Artisan Hub, go to Bank of Equinox.
I don't even have that. What did I do
Okay,
here?
channels and roles.
What the hell happened to my
Go-
fucking Discord?
No, again, look at my stream. I'll show
Yeah,
you what to do.
browse channels, right?
You
Yeah, so channels and roles,
should.
browse channels, follow the categories.
Oh, what the hell? Mine was on. Why the hell was my shit unclicked?
Yeah, that'll be. Okay, so, but do you have any questions? So that's just how for now you're gonna manage the taxes. Okay, and then for the vault, so what do we need for the vault? So we'll have a donator name,
Mm-hmm.
and then for withdrawals, we'll do a note. Same thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We're just recording the information included in the ticket.
Okay, let's
Something you could do to make
go
what
that.
Deb asking for easier is have a gold withdrawal and a resource withdrawal as two separate withdrawal tabs.
But we're not tracking that on the vault though.
I'm meaning on
You
The
mean
Discord.
Wishard.
withdrawal spreads?
Oh,
I don't.
so
Why?
I don't think it's needed, but it would be to help Deb with
I
tracking the
I
gold if
think
there's a
it's
problem.
I think instead of donator name, just make it donator/recipient.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, because if you're depositing, that's because somebody just donated it. You put their name there, and if you're withdrawing, it's because you're giving it to somebody and you put their name there. And it's just one column instead of two. And then you
That's
have
why
your notes
I
field.
said transactor.
Yeah,
Rather
transactor. It's
than
the same
withdrawing.
thing. He said the transaction. Who's dealing with who you dealing with? You're either taking money from somebody or you're giving it to somebody. We need that somebody's name. Facilitator.
Facilitator doesn't fit, not for something you're giving it to.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Call it
New.
guild member. Guild member. Because I mean, we're either getting it or we're giving it. So
Mm, okay, let's break it. Do a vault form. Severin.
Okay. Let me get to it. Character.
It doesn't matter.
oh, that's never mind. That's where it is.
It works.
Deposit, which means caliber donated, a gold. Okay. And I see your timestamp now. I didn't see that before. Okay.
What's the best order here?
I would say
I'd
guild
say
member after the transaction type. So
I
after
was gonna
column H.
I was gonna say the member, and then the transaction. So as you read it, it would be like
member, banker,
the banker,
Yeah,
character.
member.
yeah,
Yeah,
character,
member
and then
transaction.
the
Oh, there we
member who
go.
made the transaction. Yeah.
Do a negative transaction, Stefan.
It doesn't. Never mind. I forgot.
So it's currently set to do
Still says deposit.
whole number.
I mean, he
What?
might have. Yeah.
Oof.
Well, it
Negative.
would be deposit -20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so it's yeah. So make it
Oh,
absolute
and it's
value.
still. Did he say he was? Oh, it's not calculating.
Well, it's because Calvert broke it.
Oh, and I noticed the fields don't have titles at the top anymore either. Yeah, he broke it. All right. Okay, but I'm sure he'll fix that. So yeah, because the totals are not calculating anymore. Not at all on any of those pages.
Oh boy. Hopefully this thing doesn't break so frequently.
Oh, it's when you mess
Uh,
with strings, they're bound to typically certain cells, and when you move those cells, it will often break things.
Okay, so we'll test more later, but this is how it's going to look. So it's going to be timestamp, banker, the character, member, transaction type, amount. Yeah, okay.
Makes sense to me.
Deb, did you see the message I sent you?
I don't have a message from you. Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. I got that.
That's
Sorry. Thank you.
no, you're good. That's the most of what I have for who's doing what. There are people for sure are doing more, but
Yeah,
that's
that
just
gives me a
information.
starting point at the top, and then I'll tack everybody else on the bottom, and then from there we'll move into.
Dang, you guys are going to let my ticket sit forever, huh?
Yes.
Gee. Let's see. Who wants
There's
to
an
take
open ticket. Somebody go claim that.
That bullshit's gonna be declined.
what? Open
Okay, well, I'm
tickets?
not gonna.
Okay, hang on. So that
So
one.
That much
hold
wood.
up, hold up.
That's dude.
Real quick, with everybody in here, let's just follow the process. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Do the process. Go.
You want me to? Or
It would be open field. Okay, so
mean,
no, you did it wrong.
I
Hard.
claimed it. What do you
You're not
mean?
supposed to claim it. It's not yours to claim. You can't fulfill this. Like it's a resource request. You can't do anything about that.
I don't know if
Because
there's anyone in here that would even fit that one technically. I
Oh,
guess Myth
who
would
needs
be the
to
only
and
person
I
who
need
who needs to approve this?
what are you
Who
oh the
approves
bank
the
manager.
resource request ticket? Okay, so you should have at the bank manager.
so I need to know where's our list of funnels
Bank of Equinox.
of Equinox. We have a list of funnels. Oh, that's right.
I'm letting bank manager be at.
I can't, yeah.
Bank of where I've done lost it. There it is.
Artisan Hub.
Okay, so gatherers.
Funnel can be at. Bank manager can be at.
Oh. Okay,
Banker
so
can be at. Yeah.
who is this? Oh, they're typing, so they're going. Okay, so Myth has asked. No, I asked for gold from Mystery.
No, we're doing my ticket.
Your
right
ticket. Okay, so
I'm more important.
Oakwood
Yeah.
gold. 1,000 Oakwood.
I'll have to edit this embed because it's not very clear.
Right.
Just,
So where? So I've got to go to the Equinox warehouse to see
Mm-hmm.
if we have some wood.
Yep.
So, okay. So then, like right now, according to this resource,
Well,
is there a way for me to?
hold up. Let me add a transaction real fast.
Okay.
Oh, why did that just lag?
Don't know.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
So now I have. Hang on.
Okay, so you're in the warehouse. What do you do? What do you do?
Hang on. I am trying to. I was refreshing. Okay. So what is. Okay, so I'm not allowed to, on this spreadsheet. No, I don't want transactions. I want warehouse inventory. Never mind. You said I could do search. So here's a search. Okay.
It's warehouse search.
Okay, here we go. Hang on. I'm getting there. So I want to do Oakwood. Okay. So Caliber's looking for Oakwood. So then who's got this? Saffron.
You'd have to. I would say you'd have to claim it though first.
Oh yes.
Claim it off of me.
Hey, you're working on the ticket. You got to claim the ticket.
All right. So please transfer.
So, well, generally the idea is if you are the one that would fulfill the request, you claim it.
Wood to Caliber.
Okay. Well, what's your thought process for approving this?
Hang on, I was getting there first, so I've got to this point, and then for Wooding. Wooding. uh, uh.
Did you check that the rarity of the wood matches?
Hang on. All right, there you go, sir. uh. He's not answering his ticket. I asked you a question, Caliber.
Okay.
Oh, yes, take that out.
Mm, there you go. A little late, but it is what it is. So, ticket. Um,
And I'm going to be honest. I think at that point, I would take it off the back end and go find somebody who knows what that recipe is and ask why you need so much rare. I really would before I approved it. Something like that. So,
Yeah, I mean, sure,
I'm,
with
yes,
amount
I'm
that
stingy.
large.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very
So
stingy.
I was gonna say I would have. This is from knowing who's what. As Caliber's not a funnel, I would have denied the request. But
Yeah.
Caliber mentioned funnel and that, so I was like, and plus even a funnel, well, a character can't hold that much wood.
No, not a
Um,
thousand any. I'd be like, I'd be going,
so
okay. I would still be going to you to find out because I'm not. I don't just give. I'm cheap. I don't give up stuff. I'm very tight. So this,
so
it may be a good thing. It may be a bad thing in the end, but I don't
pretty
just hand over stuff.
much for the start of phase, like the first bit of phase one, really only I would say funnels should be getting resources
Yeah.
at all. So if someone requests that's not a funnel, it could be put on hold, but it might be
I
put on
don't
hold for
expect
like a
anybody to
week.
actually request
I don't either, but it's
besides funnels, at least at the start.
yeah.
Maybe items like once we get going, people will submit a ticker for that, and then those will be addressed to the funnels responsible. So you can reference in the Bank of Equinox the funnel list, and then just add the funnel directly. There is a funnel role that you can add. I don't know if that's needed though.
So to throw another wrench into this whole process, we have like a quartermaster who's assigned to hand down any items that we.
Okay, so nobody in particular. We do want to funnel.
Because otherwise, we're going to have a bunch of items just sitting in banks.
So we do want to funnel recipes onto one of the bankers. But as for gear, not at the moment, I guess. I suppose we should probably.
Yeah, just someone to go.
But the plan for gear at the moment is down the pipeline. You would just hand down your gear either directly to a person if you were near somebody that needed it, right? Or just give it to a banker. We're not going to record those hand-me-downs at the moment, not in the transactions at least.
I was gonna say if it's a crafted like if it's something that was already crafted for Alpha Team, it's not technically a donation back to the guild. It is something the guild handed out.
I
Right.
mean,
But it's taking up bank
regardless,
space. Do
no.
we have someone who's trying to find a place for it?
Yeah, so the banker that receives it would be responsible for giving it to somebody. And
Okay.
if they can't find somebody, then
Do like a
uh,
30-day
I mean,
hold and then just vendor it?
I mean, so at that point though, like if you spend a week trying to find somebody to take it, and you can't find somebody, um, hopefully we'll have a way of recording gear transactions at that point. Okay. Please give out suffering. Okay, well,
Now, I'm just going to say this from my point of view. There has to be some accountability for me too. I don't think I should be approving my own transactions. I mean, if y'all don't care, that's fine. And then
I mean,
I'll always be asking, unless I just, even if Sephron's my second conscience, what have you.
I was gonna say it's something like it's if you think you shouldn't, then you I guess have one of the other bankers or I guess an
well, we'll
officer approve it.
we'll be able to see the transactions, so we'll
That's
see
true.
in the
But
notes if anything happens.
it's also some trust that you won't just, give yourself gold.
Yeah, I don't do that anyway, so.
Yeah, because she's going to have a bestiality obsession.
I'll be spending some money, that's for sure, but I'll have the mounts to back it up and the beasts of burdens to go with it.
Do we
Now-
need notes for the vault?
Need a what?
Do we need notes for the vault? Like we can see who is withdrawing,
Unless you
but
wanted
not
to
why.
put why. No.
I think so. Yeah, we do.
Well, we got the
I-
Yeah,
notes,
whatever.
right? You're adding a note section, a line, right?
I will.
Yeah. So like, okay, so say if I do this, okay, just pretend approve. Okay, approve. I'm just gonna pay 10G for husband. I'm just gonna put for husbandry. There. So in other words, if I do that, y'all just copy and paste that approved 10G for husbandry, and I'll try to remember to put it in such a way that y'all can just copy and paste it into the notes field and be done with it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all aren't having to
Okay, so
retype, y'all just copy paste.
I said
I
but what did you just
I
say?
probably would end up just retyping it anyways, because that's how I am. So
I'm sorry, I'm a copy paste girl, so I don't know about anybody
I
else.
am when it's there's certain type of data entry I don't copy and paste just
Yeah,
because it's habit,
gotcha.
and this is just the one of them that I don't.
Yeah.
Like code, I'll do that all day. I'll take like a full script of code and dump it in
Yeah.
to copy and paste it, but I don't know what it is with text like this. I don't. And code's actually, in my opinion, risky to do that with.
It is. I'm not a coder, but I do a lot of. I'm a planner, and I use spreadsheets to do all my planning, and it's like.
I'm a coder. I mean, I can always observe the code.
Yeah.
I've frozen a console by doing that before, and it didn't like it. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit too much input.
Yeah, but I'll try to remember to stick my answers short and sweet when I'm doing the approval. Approve, and then whatever it is, and the reason. That way, if all y'all want to do is copy paste, that's fine. And if you want to retype it, you knock yourself out. Um, how when we get to the crafters? Oh, is there going to be a place where, like, I'll probably keep notes of what I've handed to who, and I'll keep a notebook right here, or I'll stick it on my spreadsheet, one or the
Like,
other.
do you mean like year
Critters.
that the crafters were made,
Yeah,
or?
because I'll be handing out
I mean,
mounts and beasts of burdens, but um,
it,
and I will keep up with who I've given what. So, because
I mean,
that's just me anyway.
I think at that point that's up to each crafter if they do that, because it's gonna be I think it's gonna be semi-logged when we give stuff to like Alpha Team and all that.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to complete their set of gears, so it's gonna kind of be needed to know that we give them their sword. We need to now get them their armor, their shield.
Right, but I'm
Uh,
like, so like, okay, like we're gearing mains. We're not going to gear alts first. So like, okay,
oh,
I gave this to
yes,
so and so. All right, is there going to be a way that we're just like a general tracking? Okay, we've geared your main. If you switch, that's on you. You need to take that gear and move it to your alt.
correct. I agree with that because that's their choice to reroll.
Yes.
And at the point when they would reroll, which is probably around the time Rogue drops, we should be at the point where people could request gear and we can make it.
Yep. So we will be gearing mains.
Yeah.
Caliber.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, when if the guild gets created tomorrow, how do we want to handle getting people into the guild? Do I just say guild's created, please put your name in a thread and I'll invite you?
Oh yeah, who's creating the
Oh,
crafting guild, the
So
Omega Guild? What are we calling the things anyway?
it's Omega, or I don't know, trading company or whatever, trading co.
Economic
Uh,
Trading Company. First to say.
Um, it's just whoever can get it first, because there's no real power in the guilds yet, from what Caliber
So
said.
look in the LFG channel. There is a thread, phase 2 IGNs. Is that sufficient?
For what?
Saffron's already put his name Saffron, but
Uh-huh.
I assume you're
fine.
going to go by that.
My first
Yeah.
character is always Sephirin in a game. Yes.
Is that
Okay.
sufficient?
Where is?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So, but the thing is, we'll need one for the crafting guild and one for the main guild, right? Or should we?
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we could just route them from
So
that
for
thread,
me, the crafting guild right now is just me adding all of the funnels, really. Anyone in this funnel channel, that's really, or if I'm like if I make it, it'd just be me adding all of the funnels.
You know, you want to make it so it's more
I mean, I
easier for you
can.
to know who to invite.
See, I asked Caliber who should make it, and Caliber was like, it doesn't really matter. There's no true, just to get people in it. There's no true like guild stuff yet.
Yeah, so you make it, then I'll
They
make.
might- you gotta consider they might they might make like a month down the road, 2 months down the road, they
That's
might
true.
spruce up the whole guild interaction, which is
So
probably most likely because I'm sure many
okay.
people are complaining about it.
Yeah.
I'll say the
anybody
guild,
can invite, right?
Yes, right
yes.
now.
Yeah.
The guild won't be created until tomorrow night if I'm to create it, because I don't get home.
Yeah,
till
that's
late
fine
tomorrow.
because that's a crafter guild. I'll make the main guild.
Whoever's able to create it can create it, but IGNs will go
I'll
in that thread.
I'll be on as soon as they launch. So
Yeah,
I
what
was
I'll
gonna
do is
say-
I'll make an announcement, or I won't ping people, but I'll just say, guild's been created, please put your in-game name in there and I'll send you invite.
Because
I wouldn't even do that. Force them in the Discord voice chat. Don't even post anything. You want an invite to the guild? Come in the Discord voice chat.
yeah, I'll
That'd
I mean, I'm
clutter
not
up the
even really
call, though.
kidding. I'm not even really kidding either, because like we're getting a whole bunch of new people this phase, right?
are
So it's like,
trying.
well, I just meant like that are coming in now. Like they've been waiting. Like they're in our guild, but they've been waiting, but they're never in voice chat because they weren't here in phase one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at
Mhm.
least it kind of forces them to get in these channels, because that's definitely what we were lacking a lot in phase one. I noticed.
I get the idea, but we can't have people trying to spell out their IGNs in a crowded voice channel. But I get the sentiment.
Yeah, I guess true. I mean, they got to be online for you to invite them anyway, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we're funneling everybody into the main guild, and all the crafters essentially will be going into the guild.
Correct. Or yeah.
Crafter, gatherer, processor.
anyone who doesn't want to get
Casuals.
PvP'd, declared war on.
Yeah, I had to make that very clear that
We'll get some of those
that'll
that don't want to
happen.
be in
And
that
they'll
one.
also note if they want to
Yes.
leave the main guild to go to the crafting guild, they have to wait like 32 hours
Yeah.
because of the timer.
There's a timer.
Yes, there's a timer when you leave a guild.
Oof.
There's also a timer when you leave a node.
Yep, that one's 48 hours.
Okay. Well, the vault and the warehouse are set up properly. I don't see anything else to add.
Well, and we could just, as we go through, we can nitpick it and break it.
You gotta make Hunter mad.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's somebody else doing it, not me.
He doesn't want all the technical stuff. He just wants to know what to do. He doesn't care the whys or the wherefores. He just wants the final answer. That's all he wants. I
So
don't blame him.
generally, how it's gonna work is the bank is separate from the officer structure of the guild. So that like officers and leadership, they push the guild in a direction, but as for storing the materials, it's not up to the officers to store the materials, nor is it up to them to approve the release of materials. So it stops the officers and GM from being able to have full control over the materials for the guild, because at that point it's kind of just like centralized power. This is more of a decentralized thing, and various people have checks over each other. It's a little less checky at this point because less people to work with, but that's the goal for it. So that the bankers would check the bank manager would have to approve all the withdrawals from the bankers, etc. And then artisan officer is a liaison to the bank. And generally guides
Yeah.
the withdrawal process and funnels.
And-
But we don't have a actual banker yet, do we?
No.
Nope.
Deb is going to fill in, but no.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been off and on this whole
Yeah.
time. I've been
Well,
doing
the
work.
beauty of the husbandry though is once we get going, if I've got to be at the stations and just cranking out stuff when we get to that point and cranking out stuff going, might actually turn out to be a blessing because I can sit here and do this banking stuff while sitting at a station. You know.
That's the part I'm not 100% looking forward to. Is like doing something and then being like, oh, need to swap to an alt real quick to.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what I was thinking, and I don't know about you guys, but even if we need the alts to help catch stuff, to have
So
an
I'm
alt
not
in
putting-
every node. is what
I'm
I
not
was
putting
thinking.
anything on my main for bank wise. I don't, or
La-
unless I
lady.
need to.
Lady, are you only doing animal husbandry?
And hunting.
Or yeah, the hunting. That's what I meant actually.
So-
The hunting. I got a specific question for you for this phase though. Because you don't have like a leveling group, right?
Yeah, I'm
You're
running
gonna
with
pretty
Omega.
much. Okay.
I'll
It's
be
just
running with
whoever
Omega
artisans are
till
on.
10. Yeah.
No, I'm just I'm just wondering because I mean, once we got to the end of phase 1, I remember when like you wanted to be able to go collect the gators, but obviously you needed like
I'm
couple
gonna have to
escorts.
level. Yes, I'm gonna have to
So-
level. So, and that's
It's
the reason my husbandry and my hunter, I'm making her a ranger, so that it'll be a little bit easier too to work on those levels. But yeah, in order to go into those areas, to
Ranger
get
is
those
actually
critters,
really good to use because you
Yeah.
get the speed buff.
Yeah.
It's definitely a case of while we're working our way towards journeyman, we should be gaining levels. Not
Yeah.
maybe hardcore, but enough
Yeah.
to where we can
Well,
be able to
commissions.
do things in higher level areas.
Commissions are going to be pretty big. Commissions will give you just free glint for doing what we're already doing and
Yeah.
free experience.
Yeah.
Like some of the commissions are giving like a dim glint or 2 each.
I mean, just in general, to what whoever was just saying, I think Severin was just saying, is like eventually a month into this, like big PvP events are gonna happen. Like we're gonna want everyone involved, like crafters and everything. Like who cares if
Yeah.
you suck at PvP, really?
So
Like
by
As long as you're level 25 and have gear, you're good to go.
at some
That's
Yeah,
point
why
right.
I will
during
have
phase
a
2,
PvP
everybody's
alt.
going to be 25.
you don't even necessarily need an alt. I mean, it just just slowly work on your crafter gear and shit as
I
you.
will say I'm gonna focus a lot on crafting, but I'm also gonna have a character for fuck crafting. This is not a crafting character at all, kind of thing. It
Mhm.
will be a PvP character,
So-
but I will focus on crafting. Like that is my plan. Like crafting is my main, but I will have my PvP character that is
Right.
not touched
You're
by
just
craft
one
purchase
person
or-
though. I was just saying it as like a whole, like for all our crafters and processors, whatever. Like so people aren't just sitting there at level 10 and everyone's like 25 or whatever, 20 and above,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Fuck, well, how do I level?" I guess.
If I'll say as the artisan officer, if I see like a month in funnels still sitting at like a level 10 to like 12, I'll be like, hey, you need to go level or there's going to be issues here because you shouldn't be level 12.
Unless
Or-
they have that alt that's up there.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. That would be a different. You should
Yeah.
at least have a character.
Yeah, because my hunter is gonna have to get up there because, like, to go get those gators, I'm gonna want to
Mhm.
be 15 or so.
And
So
to get
and-
our
You're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
want
gonna
to be
have to
higher than
level.
that.
Yeah.
to get our journeyman mats, we'll need to probably be
Mm-hmm.
level in the 20s.
You're gonna want to at least hit 20 for the gear spike there. I'd say
Yeah.
20 is a safe for like. I'm
So
just
I-
being like
so
for
yeah, I'm
lady
gonna
or
have
whatever.
to. Yeah. But I don't know how quick it's gonna happen, but it is gonna happen because when y'all go off to do stuff and leaving Deb behind because Deb can't go because Deb's not high enough, that is not gonna fly with Deb. I can tell you right now.
Well, it'll just suck because you literally won't be able to go and do your profession because you're gonna be stuck by yourself as a
Mm-hmm.
profession person, and you're like, oh well, what the fuck? I can't even do my profession
Yeah.
because
No, I'll need to be able to move. So yeah, I will be hitting 25 on it.
So real quick, just to go over some of the things that each role needs to do. The bank manager, Deb, you don't have to worry about auditing. We'll get there when we get there. But taxes, that's one, number one. Number two, balance the inventories. So you can see each banker's inventory right here. We just don't want like one banker having too much, because one, it's a risk if the character is lost somehow, a bug or something,
Right.
and two, it's if one's full, they can't accept donations and whatnot. So we just got to balance it every once in a while, and then approve withdrawal requests.
And if one's offline that has the material needed,
Well, they'll just have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it
kind
is what it
of just got
is.
away. Yeah.
We'll get it to you. It might you may have to wait till they get home from work the next day, but we can get it in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're offline from anything, Deb, you could always create a ticket and put our name on it. That way we can see it when we get on.
Oh yeah, I'll add you.
you
So,
crafters aren't allowed to go offline though. It's 24/7 job.
Nice.
So
How much am I
Fight
being
me.
paid?
But
How much am I being paid? And I'll take you
Hey,
up on it.
I'm happy as a clam to funnel my gold to you guys. Don't worry about it.
I'm not talking about gold. How much can I sell that gold for?
Okay, keep going, Caliber. We derailed again.
Yeah, my bad.
It's gone too long.
Yeah.
that was kind of it. I mean, bankers, self-explanatory, store stuff, collect stuff, and then funnel.
So especially at the start, Deb, knowing the funnel priority, which I don't know if you have access to the sheet that I have that on. For like, what's the kind of priority of our professions, at least at the start?
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of chit chat with YouTube. I'm not just going to go and blanket approve stuff unless I know for a
Yeah.
fact it's okay. So there'll be some discussions.
Where the hell is my? There it is. I was gonna say, where the hell's my Google sheet that I have for this? Because like,
So then why do you upload to YouTube instead of just posting to Discord directly?
Hmm?
You said you were gonna upload that video to YouTube, but it's letting me do it directly to Discord.
Usually the file size won't let you do something like that. Plus, I can upload it to YouTube and then get it off my computer, and I just leave it unlisted.
The file size he just did was also only 482 megabytes.
I know. I was wondering how he did that.
is here.
He downgraded the quality.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, this is the kind of priority list that I have for, given it is for sure
it's a
subject
50-minute video.
subject to change, but as we move through
What did you
days,
record it at? Is it
Oh.
is it 1080p or is it?
of priority of like resources.
Where is...
Uh, yeah,
There.
1080.
Yeah, you did it as 1080. That's why it's so small. Usually when I'm recording, it's always in 4K. You just downgrade it down. You're probably
Okay.
recording in a larger size than 10K or in
In
1080p,
Oh,
lady. That's why.
these for sure will shuffle around a lot though as we move forward through the days and weeks of what the priorities are.
Right.
At least
So,
for these two.
I guess as we get into it, I'll be asking questions like, okay, notice we got all these carcasses. Somebody needs to take them. Either tanning or cooking needs to go make us some food, because we're going to need to get food to our peoples.
So food alchemy and animal husbandry they're useful for sure, but they are on the lower end of like what we need to be focusing to get things leveled in terms of like getting gear.
Right, but my understanding is like alchemy can make some things
At
For
level
the
20 at journeyman. Yeah,
for the crafters.
at journeyman.
Is it just journeyman? There's nothing
It's
underneath
at level
it?
20. I
Okay.
looked it up because I was doing guides for Caliber.
Yeah.
and I put them in there, but they're level 20 crafts, which is it sucks because we won't have access to those till at least a month then probably for journeyman stations.
What about the food for our fighters?
Um,
Because isn't
I
that
don't
stat
know
food?
about that.
That's some stat
Let
food in
them
there.
starve.
Oh yeah, Weevil will be working on that.
But I mean, okay, so yeah, so some of the, so like the carcasses are going to need to be split with some tanning and funnel some to cooking too.
Oh yeah, but
So-
armor and gear is more important than buffs because a buff is good, but gear will go further than a buff.
Yeah, I lived quite a long time in phase 1 without food. I
It
was
makes
just
a big
fine.
difference.
The only useful consumables, really, I feel, would probably be the XP scrolls, but you can just buy those like early. So
Yeah, we can get them right from the shop right away, day one.
yeah, same with like early food.
Wait a minute, where's our scribe? Scribe's not on this list. Where's the scribe at? Do we not have a scribe?
What do you mean scribe? Oh nope, that's just a me error. Ignore that. Scribe should be on here. That's a me error.
I'll be scribing. Scribing's Andromeda's right here.
That is yeah. It's just not on this
Oh, on your thing. Yeah.
the priority list. It doesn't go there, but I'm just adding it there.
And the other thing I just want to point out real fast, since some of the crafters are here, Sleepy Spaz. If we end up taking a node, become a mayor of a node, hopefully, Stoic wants us to first build the armor smithy. Was the plan.
Okay.
Now, when we're building a building, I don't know if any of you are familiar with how the building works with mayorship, but you have to put in buy orders
Yep.
in order to make the
Yep.
materials needed to build the building. And I assume most of you guys have done buy orders and ashes in the warehouse, or